Hey everybody, it's Jessie Girl. I'm finally back with another video for you guys. It's kind of been a while since I filmed a tutorial. Today I just wanted to film a quick video and show you guys my current foundation routine. So we will just get started and I will see you guys in a bit. Alright, so let's get started. We are starting off with a clean, fresh face. I already washed my face and I moisturized. For moisturizer, I used my Aveeno facial moisturizer. I don't have it with me right now, but I will link down below my current skincare routine so you guys can see how I take care of my skin and the products that I use. First product we're going to use is going to be a face primer, and the one that I'm currently using is by Smashbox. It's the Photo Finish Primer. Yeah, Photo Finish Primer. This comes in a tube like this, and it's oil-free. I squirt it on the back of my hand, and I use about this much. It's like a pea-sized amount, I guess, or maybe a bit smaller than that. So that's how much I use. I'm just going to dot this all over my face. Evenly dot it all over my face, making sure to focus on my T-zone. Pat it all around. Once I've done that, I take my Sigma Flat Top Synthetic Kabuki brush, number F80. So it just looks like this. So it's just a flat top Kabuki brush, and I just use this to buff the primer into my skin. Now that's all buffed into my skin. Next is foundation, and the current foundation that I'm using is by Maybelline, and it's the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Makeup Foundation. So it just looks like this. And the shade that I am using is in the shade Tan. It just has this sponge applicator right here, which is very cool. So what I do is I just click this about 10 to 12 times until the foundation starts to come through the sponge here. So there we go. A little bit of the foundation has come through the sponge. So now what I do is just I dab the foundation all over my face first. So here we go. Bit on my forehead, on my temples, down my nose, around my nose. Just kind of get the foundation wherever you need it. Here we go. Next, we will blend the foundation into our skin, and the brush that I use to do that is the Sigma Round Kabuki number F82. Just looks like that. Looks a lot like the last brush that I used, except this one's a bit more rounded. So I just use this to buff this into my skin. And you also want to make sure to blend down your neck as well. The next step is to conceal my under eye dark circles, and the concealer that I'm going to be using is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles Concealer. So it just looks like this. And the shade that I am using is in medium. So exact same concept as the foundation. It has this sponge applicator, and you just twist it, and then the concealer comes out through the sponge top right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click this a couple of times. Wait for the concealer to come out through the sponge, and then I'm going to apply a little bit under my eyes. a little bit like that. And the brush I use to blend this into my skin is another Sigma brush. It's the Precision Tapered number P86 brush. So it just looks like this. It has a tapered point to it. Perfect for getting under the eyes and the inner corner of the eyes as well. So I'm going to go ahead and blend the concealer onto my skin. And to blend this even further, I'm just going to take my brush that I used to blend out my foundation and to just kind of pat underneath my eyes to blend this out even more. Next, I'm going to set my concealer, and the powder that I use is by Benefit, and it is called Powderflage. And this is a light diffusing powder concealer. So it comes in this little spherical container like this. And the brush I use to apply this is a MAC brush. It's the number 224 brush. So it just looks like this. Just a very fluffy brush. I just take a little bit of the powder that's in the lid here. Get some onto the brush, tap off the extra powder, and just lightly dust it underneath my eyes to set the concealer. So basically what I did was I just shook this a couple of times onto the lid, like 1, 2, and then that's how much powder I use. It really wasn't a lot. Next, we're going to set the foundation with the translucent powder all over the face. The current one that I'm using is by Mercier. It is the translucent loose setting powder, so it comes in a jar like this. So I'm going to take about 2 shakes of this onto the lid. So 1, 2, just a little bit, like that. And to apply this, I'm going to use a brush from Coastal Scents. This is just a Kabuki brush. And I'm going to apply this all over my face to set the foundation. Extra. I like to dab this onto my T-zone first. Take a little bit more powder, dab it onto my cheeks. Once the powder has been dabbed all over my face, I like to go ahead and swirl in the powder, really buff that into the skin and set the foundation. And there we go, that pretty much completes my foundation routine. After this, I just go ahead and apply the rest of my face makeup, like my blush, eye makeup, and I do my eyebrows as well, which I'll probably do a separate video on. So I'm just going to complete the rest of my face and I'll be right back. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That is my current foundation routine. I don't do that foundation routine every single day. That's just the routine that I use when I go out over the weekend or just going out somewhere at nighttime. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Take care. Bye.